No, Kevin, you cannot bite that wire. Move along.
Message. Message to the group. Oh, you have sound.
Yes, we have sound now
Yes, because I started
from
hearing.
you guys.
I heard Eric's. It was like the
What?
weirdest deja vu, because you said no, you can't bite that wire. Move along, and then like 2 seconds later, just no, you can't bite that wire. Move. I'm like, what the?
What? What? Glitch in the matrix.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, so now we have microphones, we have computer sound.
Yay.
Don't have ShareScape. We have a rudimentary template in place. So, kind of craziness there. Oh my gosh. Hey, welcome to the Plot Points Kerfuffle when we decide to change things up and work on things. I want to welcome you all to our show tonight. I'm DM Legend and Sean. To your, I don't know, if you're watching this, I guess it'd be your left. You have Kat. To my right, I guess above her would be Eric. To my right, we have Mike. And above him, we have Brock. We're doing a stream, Relics of War. This is the war stories. And it's kind of crazy. War stories are crazy. Play is crazy. D&D is crazy. And streaming just takes it all to the highest level of craziness. So you know what?
Something like
Let's
that.
not start with the normal. Let's start with the unusual because it just makes everybody crazy. So I'm going to ask these unusual players to give me unusual things. Let me start off with a type of food.
Apple.
Apple.
Taco.
No, stop. I needed one type of food. I didn't say
you
give me a
didn't.
laundry list. I got an apple.
Not everybody had to
Okay.
give you one.
No, I didn't say that. Give me a boat name.
Sea hag.
Sea
That's a
hag.
good one. I was going to say the Jenny.
Give
Hey,
me
Forrest Gump.
a beautiful
Thank you.
name.
Aria
Chanel.
Lynn. Beautiful song. Aria Lynn.
I liked Chanel, but we'll go with Ariel.
No.
Give me... Oh, I've got more things that I know I can ask for here somewhere. Give me an ugly D&D race.
Damn.
Wanty.
They can be quite beautiful in their human form. D&D draws them beautiful, but... Okay, so... You want... I see, you're doing ugly as far as personality. Okay, Wanty. I see. Give me a ridiculously funny way to be hurt.
Oh, man.
Hitting the nuts.
Oh,
You know, that never gets old. You're right.
I don't have that problem.
Lucky you.
Questionable.
Oh.
Oh, whoa.
Give
D&D.
me... Let's see, I've already got that one,
I'm
one,
playing a
got
girl.
one.
Until some magic illusionary balls appear.
Well, you know what? That wouldn't be out of your realm there, Mike.
I don't have magic this time.
Ah.
And the beautiful name was, you wanted Aria Lynn.
I just stab.
Give me a cuddly kid's toy.
Teddy bear,
The obvious one. There you go.
right?
Oh, damn.
And... I think that's about everything that I could use for tonight. That'll work. So, what did I do that for? Well, when we did Relics of War, one of the things a couple of years ago that people really seemed to enjoy was the fact that... Now, that's interesting. Can you hear me on the... I say my snowball looks like it's going out my microphone. But usually I go out through my computer sound as well. That's very interesting. But all of you, speak. I want to make sure it's going out to stream.
Talking.
Yep. Okay.
Hello.
Should be looking.
So I got good sound going on. All right, so everybody should be good on everything. One of the things that I did was I showed people how to really quick throw together just a game using some simple things that people gave out. And I was actually quite surprised by people had never thought of doing something like that, because we tend to have various individuals in the modern culture that are like, oh my gosh, you need to plan. And I'm like, you can, or you can just put something together on the fly and learn to be adaptable.
Wing it.
One is good, the other one's good. So just take your pick of which one you feel you can successfully do. And I don't know why Sirenscape has... Oh, there we go. I thought it had undone all my music. And I was like, are you serious, Sirenscape? Players, you're not linked into my Sirenscape, so you won't hear it coming out your computer. We'll have to do that for next time, but it will be going out on the stream. So, sadly, I will have to try and just leave the... music probably where it is and hope that it's sort of right. You guys, our viewers, will let us know. Sweetness. All right. So, without too much ado, let's get right into this. Let's try and wing this as best we can. Your players, your characters, rather, sorry, you are my players, your characters. You spent the last 6 months training. This is your first mission without a supervisor. You were sent ahead to meet Mars. Mars is at the port city of Oris, north of the wall, the line of mountains, right there on the edge. It's known as the Watch City for the giant flame that can be seen miles out into the ocean. You were told all you had to do was get to the city, and Mars would find you. You knew nothing beyond that. You spent 2 weeks in the city together. As strange as it was, an Arakocra that could fly high above, a Dragonborn, a Tabaxi royal, and a half-elf. What an odd collection. But here, north of the wall, you've also seen tieflings, you've seen goblins, you've seen wild orcs. This is a variety. Not to mention that the Arakocra, who flew high above the walls, also has this little tiny individual that follows, walking with the rest of you, a black kenku bird, who is half annoying because it doesn't really speak. All it does is talk. But you know what? Tonight, at the inn, where you've been resting and relaxing, you finally were contacted by Mars directly. Mars met you here, spoke to you, revealed that she had actually been watching you for 2 weeks to make sure that she thought she could use your talents for this job, as well as that you would be capable of finishing it. Mars is a very direct individual who only gives you as much information as she feels that you need. Tonight, actually, she met you 2 nights ago. I'm going to recant that a little bit. Met you 2 nights ago, said she was putting the final things in place, told you to meet her tonight. She's met you again at the inn. And tonight, she's been buying drinks for you, for everybody else. And it's been getting steadily louder and wilder as she spends money getting other people, just drunk. But she tells you that tonight everything's going to come together. And she gives you a couple key points. She tells you that... One second. I'm trying to remember the name of her. Is it Valorious? Katrin, is that your character? What's your character's name?
Anna.
Anna.
It's
Anna
very
Valorious.
easy. It's just Anna.
Anna Valorious.
Anna Valorious.
Thank you. Anna has noticed on this the second night with Mars that Mars has slight points on her ears. Dark hair. And even as she sits there crunching away on her 3rd apple of the night, she's literally tossing the quarters on the floor, but the waitresses don't seem to mind too much because she's tipping well. She's putting out money well. And when she starts describing what's going on tonight. It's, hey, Spook Nasty, welcome, man. Tad late, but hello. Yeah, welcome, brother. Jumping right in. That's okay. You're right here as everything's starting to happen. Mars looks to the Tabaxi and says, so, pretty boy, just how good are you at being a ladies' man?
Depends on the lady. I'm not really gonna put myself forward for people who just throw trash on the floor, per se.
Well, we might just have to put you to the test on that one. And she gives you a big wink and a smile.
Already, damn.
She says,
Maybe she has a
tonight,
thing for cats.
she goes, tonight, I want you to meet me at 3 a.m. I want you to meet me down at the Sea Hag, down on the docks. Go there. I'm going to put the final arrangements in place. You know what? It's getting too loud. Let's talk outside. She gets up, and as she walks by somebody, she goes, meet me outside in just a minute or two. She gets up, starts walking towards the bar, taps a guy on the shoulder who turns around, and she belts him right across the face, and the guy goes stumbling back, knocks over a table. Somebody else who gets some wine, beer and whatnot poured on him. She goes, man, I'm buying drinks, and that's what I get. And she looks at the other guy. She goes, why would he do that? And pushes him. The guy stands up and goes, what? Grabs the guy who she just knocked down, and she yells, fight! And all of a sudden, the bar goes freaking crazy with all these half-drunks and whatnot. And you see her just as quickly start dodging and weaving now that everybody's getting into this fight mode, and she dodges out the back door.
I'm
leaving
trying to
you
dip out
guys
as fast as
amidst
possible.
all this.
Yeah.
Incoming, a couple, even though she's just invited you outside, a couple glasses get thrown, and they're coming right towards your table. What do you guys want to do?
Duck.
Oh, wonderful. So we're all here? We're all in the tavern?
Well, she's just ducked out the back and asked you to meet her outside.
Right.
She said it was
the
too
whole-
loud in here, and now she's made it
Okay.
even louder.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
so the whole group is here, though?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Fantastic. Oi, there's a fight going on. This seems like a bunch of fun. Let's do it. As the Arakocra gets up from his chair and just starts clenching his fists and just ready for anybody to just throw something at him. He's about to have some good fun.
I'm ducking down under the table.
Trying to figure out how close I am to that back door.
30 to 40 feet. You could make it with a dash run. You would only have to dodge a couple people if you wanted to get outside now.
I'm moving outward.
So what does your character look like so that people understand? And what's your name?
Name is Blaze, and I am draconic. So kind of look like a small version of a dragon, lizard-like.
Okay. So you jump up, Blaze. Go ahead and make a... Oh, I don't even have a roll. I have to grab another screen grab. I will do that. You go ahead and make your dexterity check for me, please. And you can use acrobatics. Let's see. Roll 20 dice. That way our player...
Where exactly is that on here?
Addicts.
You guys want to help him out real quick while I set this window up?
Are you on D20 or D20? Are you on
Roll
D&D
20?
Beyond or Roll 20?
I've got
We're just
both
going to
them
kind of
open.
mix all the days. I like it.
Do you have the Beyond 20
Yeah.
thing? Then you should just be able to click on acrobatics on D&D Beyond.
And it'll just transfer right over.
You know, we were having some technical difficulties earlier, so.
Yeah, I'm clicking on it, and it's pulling up the explanation of it.
Oh, weird.
Okay, so maybe
guys
next
wanna-
to it, the actual number.
Tested mine.
There you go. Look at Denna Wolf. Oh, that's Denna Wolf. Benoit,
Yeah.
acrobatics. There you go. You did it, brother.
Okay, there we go.
Acrobatics
Simple enough.
11. Very, very. You're dodging through when somebody steps on your tail. Do you want to turn around and attack them?
No, I'm gonna whip my tail real quick and try to knock them off their feet as I continue to head towards the door.
No
My
problem
tail.
whatsoever. You take the pain, pull them off their feet as they happen to have stumbled back on your tail, and you make it to the door, dodging outside. What about the rest of you, other than ducking, Anna?
I'm gonna try and get my wonderful whatchamacallit, bird friend here
Bird person.
out with me, because I figure the cat will try and get out. Since he's ducking, he's not trying to get in it, but my bird friend is trying to get into this crazy fight. So I'm going to try and grab him and get him out, because he seems to have drunk quite a bit of this free alcohol and seems to be a bit tipsy.
You realize that I would like you to make a constitution check, please, Eric. Let's see just how drunk you've been getting tonight.
Yes. Okay. Let's
You
see,
have
let's see.
disadvantage, by the way, on this.
Oh, wonderful.
Because you drank more than everybody else. Surprisingly, you're able to keep your feet just fine. Look at 18 and a 19. Beautiful. I said it after the 18. It could have been a 1. Wow. So, literally, you handle your alcohol better than most tonight, at least. And you're, wow, even though they've been watching you pound it. So,
This is just a good buzz right now.
So Anna comes up behind you, role played out. What does it look like? I mean, does he
Yeah,
see you coming, or?
Oh yeah, I'm not trying to be stealthy with him. I don't want to scare him and get smacked by him. We need to go outside. Outside.
Outside? But
This
where?
is distraction.
There's no fun going outside. It's all the fun's right here.
We'll get fun later.
Oh, come on. When are we gonna do something really fun?
We're gonna find out. I promise. Really. That's what we came here for.
I swear,
For a
if I
job.
don't have blood on the edge of my knuckles, feathered knuckles, I'm gonna be very, very pissed.
Let's go outside.
Whatever.
We got a duck. As the tinker to veil goes over.
Sweet. Make your own acrobatics check, and let's put it together and make this a group check. So both of you roll, both of you have to pass.
All right.
Otherwise, we'll have some fun events. Oh my gosh, nat 20.
Well-
First nat 20 of the game. Woo!
Nice.
Let's go.
Let's see our
I'm very
Arakocra
good on
buddy.
my feet, man.
It's a group check, so you have to roll as well, Eric.
I did.
You did.
Oh, I
Yeah,
see
I
the
rolled that-
26.
that
Did it
8.
go up? Oh, it just scrolled by
You
that
got an
fast.
8.
Yeah. We did it like the exact same time.
I see. Yeah, I was still thinking it was that 18-19 thing. So, boom. So, literally, you're going out, and he's, like, coming along with you, and somebody grabs onto his wing
Oh.
and literally starts pulling at his wing backwards. How
No,
tall
no.
are you? About 5 foot tall, 4.5? What are you?
Actually, about 5 foot tall. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you're big for a bird person, and you're right at that upper limit, man. So you are impressive as a bird, but still only 5 foot tall. And a Valorious is bigger than you and whatnot. And somebody grabs your wing from behind, and Anna's pulling one way, and you end up getting a couple of your pin feathers pulled out as you go stumbling out the door. Somebody gets left with these, and all this, and you go out the back door, pushing onto this little area. And the Tabaxi, what are you doing?
I'm gonna try to scurry now that I'm under a table and I'm not gonna get hit in the face with a beer bottle.
You
I'm
have
just gonna try to
succe-
scurry out.
You have successfully gotten underneath, and you're there down there with a couple of apple cores, and you see some spaces between the legs. Go ahead and make a stealth roll for me to go from table to table to get to the door. Oh,
30,
so sweet. Nobody sees you. One gentleman seems to have been caught by the attention of apple cores flying across the ground that you happen to knock aside and send scurried. And it totally distracts them, and you make it out the door, pushing onto this little thing that wasn't really big enough for 5 people, because she was still Mars was still going to make her way down when Benoit the big, or I'm sorry, what was your character's name again, Brock? Blaze. When Blaze, the big Dragonborn, comes through the door, slows down so he doesn't push her over, but then is followed by a half-elf and an Arakocra pushing on, forcing him, and then right at the last minute, the Tabaxi, and all of a sudden Marks goes tumbling down the steps over the
Nice.
rail and falls to the bottom, and you hear a sickening...
No, that sounds bad.
Well, did we just kill a quest killer? Because come on. Jeez, we can't escape this.
Looking down over the railing, you see
Blaze
Mars
hops down over
sitting,
the side
and
of the railing.
The head is to the side a little bit. You jump over the railing, drop down, no problem whatsoever, because you're prepared for this. You guys are adventurers.
He begins to try to do some healing on Mars.
What kind of healing are you doing?
Healing word.
Go ahead and cast your healing word on her.
No, it's fine. This neck bone pointed out. It's normal.
It's normal. That's part of my.
You see no
Okay.
neck bones pointing out, but it is definitely at an odd angle.
You should have been quicker, I guess.
Walk me through this one again, guys.
Okay.
If
so
you go,
what do you-
yeah, you
go
should
to your
just be able to go
spells?
through your spells and click on it. I don't have spells. I can't see where it's at.
Yeah, it's after actions. You got actions, then spells. I know because I have a level 1 of wizard.
That's true.
Probably doesn't have anything in there.
All
I
right.
put that stuff in there earlier. It didn't save for some reason.
All right. Healing word.
The
Handy dandy book. EF. If I know my alphabet, GH.
on the plus side, if you
Healing
guys
word,
straight back.
It's 1d4 plus your spellcasting ability modifier.
They also have Shamrock or even the Flurries.
Yeah, the spine is holding you back. Something like that.
All right, and let's try this.
I heard it.
Is that correct?
Looks right. 1d4 plus 3. I'm sure.
There you go. Yep.
I'm not fighting you on it. So, very quickly, what does it look like when you cast Healing Word? Do you lay your hands? Do you chant? Do you bite the person? What do you do? Dance around them? Smack them with your tail a little bit?
Well, I happen to have reached down to touch her, but I'm not required to. I just
Yeah. No.
just was trying to support.
So
And then,
like, you're
like-
lifting up and straightening the neck type thing, or what do you?
Yeah, that kind of.
You lay your energy through your healing, and you lift up and you straighten the neck. And as you do so, you hear another sickening crunch as the neck is kind of straightened out by the Dragonborn, who's like looking down with his draconic face over Mars. And as you do, this warmth you feel throughout the body. And then there's this, and almost a death rattle comes out of the chest, as if the body was unable to hold the energies that you gave it. And like the lungs seem to almost collapse a little bit. And you swear as you're looking at it, the body is starting to almost decay rapidly. Like the eyes have sunken in a little bit, literally as you cast Healing Word. And the jawbones have, the skin has gone a little more taut.
That's not good.
Yeah, that don't look good.
Well, once that fails, I just kind of sit her back down and back away.
Oh,
I tried.
Time to hit the dusty old trail.
No one's in the alley with you. It's just you and your dead contact.
I think we might want to get out of here, guys.
Yeah, it's time to go.
Wipe your
This
fingerprints
will look
first. Gotta
Good
clean
thing
the
I don't
body
have
and hide
fingerprints. What a night.
But before we go, I'm gonna check and see if she's got anything on her.
Oh, golly.
There you go. As
You're
you start to
Druid.
check, she's got weapons on her. She's got gear inside of her lapel, because she's actually wearing a vest over her chest and whatnot. Inside of that, you end up pulling out a document and whatnot, and it says, hastily scrawled on it, plan items to come for tonight. So you've got money, you've got her weapon that she carried with her, as well as this letter.
Well, hopefully that's our plan.
Let's go somewhere else to read it.
All right.
Making our way downtown.
Okay, that's it. You guys ditch the alleyway, walk out from there, and you're heading down like nothing is happening. Again, big part. You can hear the tavern, the brawl and everything else happening.
Griff is looking back like, oh, just wanted to fight.
You help kill
Okay,
someone.
I'm
Isn't
sure
that
there'll be
fun for
plenty
you?
more fighting.
I suggest, since we were supposed to head down to this sea hag ship, that we head that way and find a place along the way to open this up and see what it says before we get there.
Sounds good.
Seems like a good enough idea. Suppose.
I don't think you're one for good ideas right now, buddy.
Of course not. Of course
And I can
not.
easily get them to the dock because, we're in a city and I'm an urchin and hey, I know my way around.
She also knows some of the back alleys. Having been here 2 weeks, she's had plenty of time to figure out the ins and outs. You have inspiration now. You can add that to your little marker.
Woo woo!
She has inspiration. She leads you down some of the back alleys, staying away from most of the others. Soon you find yourselves down at the docks where there's got to be at least 10 or 12 ships. The docks, which are really busy during the day, aren't quite as busy with good folk at night, but there's a whole other type of folk that are operating down here. How do you plan to find the sea hag?
Well, first we want to read the letter.
Quickly.
Finding the sea hag shouldn't be hard. It should say right on the side, sea hag.
That is true.
Quickly,
Yeah.
you get under a light, start looking at the letter as a group, holding it down low so that the bird can see as well, and whatnot.
Okay, I got dancing lights. We don't need lights.
Bring all of
We
these.
don't need lights where we're going.
And you realize that this, where it says the plan at the top, it says it's the plan for groceries, and it's a bizarre grocery list of ropes and woods and other things and things you wouldn't even find shopping. It talks about dining on timbers, and clearly Marsh was absolutely drunk when she wrote this.
Okay.
Are we able to make anything out of it?
Is it a kidnapping list?
Perhaps the drunk one of the group can decipher the drunk writing.
Oh, that kind of makes sense. Does it make sense to you?
Could I do that?
You can absolutely try. Go ahead and make a intelligence check for me.
Oh,
If
shite.
that doesn't work, I'll try comprehend languages.
Oh, what do I got here? Not bad. Not bad.
1 second. Oh, you absolutely. I'm going to give you something here in a second. Just one moment. There you go. I just had to Discord
Nailed
something,
it.
so all of you can check your Discords. Eric, on the other hand, it didn't go to everybody, but I'm not saying who. So check your Discords is going to be my random thing for everybody to just take a quick glance. Eric, you absolutely have got this. Literally what she was doing, because you recognize some of the stuff, the timber and the ropes. It's not a kidnapping list. She's planning to build an elevated nest for her and her chicklets. You know exactly what this is. It's
Well, this
brilliant.
is wonderful.
It's brilliant in its design. She's a poor writer, but oh my God, looking at this, it makes total sense.
Look, she's trying to build a nest. Fucking love it. It's amazing.
I also
Right?
agreed that you are a genius. Let me see how you figure that out.
Of course,
Credit-
Lassie, but
credit
look,
to
you'll
crowd
probably
here.
see the same thing.
Can
Because my eyes are perfect right now.
Can I see what this is trying to say?
Sure. You can recognize that this is actually written in a type of thieves' cant, that it is a hostage thing. There are numerous items on here that are depicting her attempt at what is going to be a kidnapping, but it doesn't say the specifics of it. It talks about items arriving, and one of them, which is underlined, is you need... What is this? Oh my gosh, really? Somebody. Thank you, Streamlabs, for getting rid of that from that on the dark guy. Anyways, sorry about that. Distracted me for a moment.
You good?
The list actually includes everything that you need for a kidnapping, including a couple items that are yet to come. One of which is supposed to be it has a big yes written next to it. Not that she picked it up, but that it's coming. And it's supposed to be arriving tonight. Maybe that's what she was leaving the tavern for.
Are we getting the impression that she was planning on kidnapping us?
Well, none of you
Wasn't
know
what I
that except for
heard,
the
but-
thief. The Tabaxi has to share it with you first.
Well,
Let's see
as
how
good as
trustworthy.
you are at reading,
Of course.
I think you are onto something, and this is about us bringing something to a kind of nest.
Huh.
Some would call it like a kidnap nest, and it's a
well,
list
that's
of
a new
stuff
one.
for kidnapping someone
It's different.
and items that are possibly procured but not obtained. So I don't know if they were supposed to meet someone somewhere, or if they were bringing said thing to procure to a location.
So then the
Best.
fight at the bar was a setup to wear us out so that we could be kidnapped.
They didn't do a very
Oh.
good job of it.
Well, see, I'm thinking maybe we're kidnapping a woman that she thought our wonderful Tabaxi friend here could woo and make it easier to kidnap.
That sounds like more work than just kidnapping. Just
I
take a.
suppose it could be, but if you don't want a scene, that might be why she wanted you to do that.
We have lots of maybes, and the only thing we know is that there's a ship somewhere called Sea Hag.
True that.
So we
I-
should go there, and then if we're supposed to be kidnapped there, we can just kill them and
And not get kidnapped.
not get kidnapped.
I like you. I could also fly up in the air and probably get a good bird's eye view.
And find the
Uh-huh.
sea hag for us.
And crash into the ocean.
Perhaps.
Can you fly drunk, or would you get a DUI?
Well,
An
there's nothing
FUI?
technically saying that I couldn't, but I'm all for finding out.
Right.
And so Griff flies into the air. But
Oh,
he
bye.
doesn't fly normally. He's like as if a bird had broken a wing, but clearly he's fine somewhat. So he's just like
Yeah.
and,
So
and he's up there, not too
He's
far.
trying to fly flap at the same time, but it's just like
You could see him kind of brushing up against maybe the buildings next to him a little bit and just like yikes.
as he flies, he actually dives away from some buildings, off towards some of the ships. You see him actually hit one of the rolled up sails, bounce off of it, get a little higher, land on the crow's nest of one of the ships, launch off again and whatnot. How are you planning to identify the sea hag from the air? What are you thinking that it will look like? What are you looking for? Because
Well,
one of the
it's-
strange things you've noticed is you've never seen a name on the deck of a ship.
He's not thinking clearly tonight, obviously. But I don't know. His image of what the sea hag looks like is probably just a very ragtaggy ship. Something that doesn't look very pretty and really does kind of convey a sea hag.
There are
Ugly.
two ships that you would say look ragtag at opposite ends of the dock. One's larger, looks like it's in need of some work and it has some people on it. The other one appears much smaller, more like a schooner, and looks pretty beat down like somebody's old piece of crap vessel that, maybe they used at one time for something more, but it's just been let to go.
Okay, so Griff is gonna go down, and because he has to get confirmation for everything, so he goes down to the ship that has people on it, and perches on one of the actual like banisters, I guess, of this ship, and just says, "Oi, evening. Just wondering if that is the sea hag over there."
The dwarf on the deck, who looks up like startled and whatnot, goes, "Holy crap, talking birds!" Pulls out a rifle from his side. Well, it's a
Ooh.
rifle. It's a blunderbuss. It's a pistol about freaking this big with a cannon on the end of it. Takes aim and fires at you, trying to get this
Ew,
trophy
gross.
massive bird. You know,
Nice.
boom! You guys hear this gunshot in the distance off where he was, and your AC is what, a 12 or something like that? I don't know.
It is indeed a 12.
Well, he's dead.
Boom! This blunderbuss goes off up into the rigging, striking some of the wood near you, the ropes, and one of the pellets actually goes through your wing. No damage, but clearly the guy is good enough that if he hadn't been so startled by you, he would have gotten you. You see him down there
Okay.
really quick, like trying to jam in another wad and whatnot.
Okay, so then Griff is gonna go, I'll take it as a yes. And flies off to the next ship. Or at least tries to.
There's actually 2 more booms as you go, one from that same sounding gun that you guys hear that's thunder, and clearly somebody else has a gun now, because getting a freaking trophy bird your size, I mean, oh my gosh, that's like awesome. Unfortunately, you get away before they can, you're just too far away, too distant for their arms.
Wonderful.
I hear the
Weapon,
gunshots, and I'm heading in that direction.
as you head down the docks in that direction, running down, I mean, the Dragonborn takes off. It only
Yeah,
takes a few
I'm
moments
following.
before you see the Arakocra flying, staggering through the air back towards you. What are the rest of you doing while the Dragonborn runs off?
I was following. I'm gonna follow him.
Oh yeah, we gotta go find out what's happening with our friend.
I'm waving, trying to get him to come back down.
Okay, you
So
guys
he's
see
not
the,
in line of fire.
the Dragonborn doing some hoochie coochie dance, you know, like this over there in the middle of the street light. And then you guys realize he's bringing down the Arakocra in for a safe landing.
And so Griff comes down, but it's not quite the most.
Wave off! Wave off!
Well, did you have some? Oh, yeah, there you go. No,
Just hit
yeah,
the
it's not
ground.
quite.
Fly-by?
Yeah, it's not quite the most elegant landing, but you know, he kind of just stumbles down and then says, "Well, it was a fancy dance you got there, but I think I found our ship."
Aha!
Is it the one with the boom booms?
Oh no, wonderful people, yes, but not them. Anybody notice this hole in my wing?
When did that get there?
Yeah, it's aerodynamics. You wouldn't understand.
Police birds, I love
Uh-huh.
it.
Okay, well then I guess we will follow you to the ship.
Wonderful. As I
Keep an eye out for the actual ship.
You guys thought he walked slowly normally because his pace is so slow and he's so small. Now that he's drunk, he's even slower. It's just such a joy.
Griff
Wasn't
feels like he's moving faster than light.
yeah.
Fully keeping my eyes peeled for the actual ship while following him so he can feel good
Right.
about himself.
You guys
Trying
are
to keep up,
Clearly
fellas.
getting ready, prepared for battle, because clearly there's already gunfires going off. So
Brock, did you
Weapons-
check your
weapons
Discord by
drawn.
the way?
what's that?
Did you look in your Discord?
I did.
Okay. All right, so you guys are moving along, staggering bird down. He leads you all the way towards the far end of the docks, almost like you're about to leave, to what is clearly not a sea hag, but just a small, oversized schooner, like a small, not even a yacht. I mean, it's just like a personal boat, and it probably looks like it hasn't set sail in 6 months to a year. It's been sitting here. There's detritus around the outside of it and whatnot, and it appears that there's nobody on it and whatnot. There is a ramp going up onto it, but
Like I said, our sea hag.
yeah, it's ugly. It's a hag, yeah, I'll give you that. And it's in the sea, so
Clearly, this is it.
So
Yeah,
Griff.
one of the things that Mars had on her was a crossbow. I'm assuming, Anna, that you are familiar with this type of weaponry.
I definitely
Would
am.
you be of use to it?
Certainly.
You may have it. It also comes with this pretty green arrow. You know anything about that?
Interesting. Detect magic.
you don't even have to. You know exactly what this is. You've seen
Oh,
them
okay
before during training. They're marker arrows shot into the sky like a flare going off.
Uh-huh. Actually, this is pretty simple. It's to let people know where you are.
Well, I say fire it up in the air, then let's see what happens.
Oh.
Why do we want to let people
I
know
don't
where we
know
are
that
right
one.
now?
Because they don't know it's us firing it.
Oh, perhaps
We'll
it
set up an
is.
ambush.
We're sure this
Yeah.
is the sea hag?
No, we're not.
Of course this is. Come on, look at it.
What's the flag on the ship look like?
Oh.
There is no flag on the ship. Looks like a personal vessel. Unadorned with any flags or anything like that. Some old sails rolled up. If people ever go onto this boat, it's, again, probably
There's-
been months.
No wording on the back to say any kind of name?
You can walk past it and go look for that, yeah. It just happens to be
Yes,
pulled in for.
it's-
Okay, yeah.
Yes, I want to look and see
So
if it's named
you
anything.
guys walk by it and whatnot and go to the end, and yes, says the Sea Hag.
Yay.
Perhaps
Plot
we go
points to the
on the
Arakocra
boat.
for sticking it out.
Yes.
Perhaps we go on the boat and then shoot the arrow up.
I'm
Well,
good.
because they
think
might be
that's a bad
expecting
idea,
it from
but
the sea
sure.
hag, and might be where they come.
I'm going to
You
try
know
to
what?
lie in wait
Sure.
outside of the boat while the rest of you, if you want, get on the boat.
Well,
I
I'm
couldn't-
really the only one that would have to go on to shoot the arrow up if you guys wanted to wait, just kind of around the docks.
Approach in the shadows.
Yeah.
I can perform recon in the air.
Oh, golly.
Just saying.
I'm going to have my whip of entanglement ready to go.
Oh, good golly.
Ah, great. We got the person who can ground.
Has
me.
he been using this the entire time we've been training it?
Yes, and you guys know he's really bad with this freaking whip.
I will go on the boat with you, Anne. After
Okay.
I need protection.
Then he'll be up
Um,
flying, and we'll all be away from that whip. That sounds good.
Perfect.
His friends know enough now. Don't stand near him when he's using the whip. Sometimes he's good with it,
Over
but the rest of the
sea
time.
hag, because I'm going to shoot an arrow up.
All
Okay.
right.
You guys, Anna Valorious goes up onto the deck first. She's like there, and all of a sudden the Tabaxi, comes up behind. Arakocra, are you staying down with the Dragonborn?
Nope. I'm flying.
You take the wing. You get up above. You're up above in the air, looking, and Anna's, just kind of looking around. She starts loading this crossbow, and a voice comes out of the shadows and says, "You finish loading that crossbow, and I'll drop you." Tabaxi, you know it's off to the right, towards where the cabins and the steps down would be. Anna wasn't clearly looking for anything like that, and you can spin
I'll
around. You can do
draw-
whatever you want.
Yeah, I'll draw my daggers and just spin around.
Okay, you're facing that direction. You have dark vision, if I remember correctly. Yes.
I believe so.
Is it
Hold
Tabaxi?
on.
Pretty sure.
Oh, I
Cat
think
has.
so, yeah. Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Definitely. That's
So
can't.
go ahead and let me just double check your passive perception here to see if it's high enough. Make me a roll, please, for active perception check.
Yes.
I know you have. You don't forget that is one of your abilities, and you can use a. You get your. What do you call it? Oh, come on, the +2. What do we call that? Proficiency.
They're- yeah.
Proficiency, yes.
Proficiency bonus. So
So,
yeah, you can actually see this gnome over there near the steps, and the gnome literally is in a perfect spot, as if they were waiting for somebody to try and get onto the ship. So they have almost full cover. Trying to hit them would be very difficult of a shot, but they could clearly not. He's not aimed at you. He's aimed at Anna,
yeah.
and he could clearly take her down.
That's
You
You
okay,
also
'cause-
recognize that on the other side of the steps probably would be where somebody else might be, but you don't see them.
I
they're there.
can-
Am I close enough to get him with my whip?
You're still down
No,
on the
'cause we're
docks.
on
You
the
didn't
boat.
come up on the boat. So they're actually on the deck of the boat looking at the steps that go down into the boat.
With me being in the air, can I actually have a line of sight of this person, this gnome?
Yeah, you heard the voice, and you can both see you can see the top of the gnome. It's still a small target because, again, he's crouched behind some things under the steps, but you can see the gnome, and you can see another creature, a bigger creature than the gnome, on the other side of the steps, hidden in a similar fashion.
Well, then Griff is gonna say, "We have more than one company here tonight." As he gets ready for like, what's it called? Eldritch Blast. Getting that ready.
I send dancing lights over in that direction
I'll just
where I heard
take
the
a
voice come
defensive
from.
pose.
So, Dancing Lights, I believe, uses your hands as well, but it's just a cantrip. So one hand free is, I believe, the rules for 5e. So you can one hand. You have a bow. You have the crossbow. You have the arrow that you're loading, which is a two-handed action. But we'll say you it's in far enough that you hold it there and you cast off light. The light shoots out of her fingers, these 5 orbs, and goes and starts hovering above the gnome, who didn't know that it was light coming at him, just saw a wizard casting a spell with a flash coming at them,
Yep.
and
Told me not to load the bow.
releases the ready bolt, sensing the attack incoming. Because he had a ready to action
Dodge,
depending on what you
man,
did.
dodge.
They had a ready to action. Your dodge appears to work, though, because the light was just blinding enough that his arrow, you pull back and the arrow goes sailing by. The voice from the other side, and now the Tabaxi knows there's a voice, and Brock, you can hear this yells too, yells, "Ambush!" You can all roll into
God.
initiative.
Fantastic. And I'll just click that. Well, that's typical.
And after everybody's in the initiative order,
Oh, jeez.
Wah, wah, wah.
I didn't do
Damn,
that.
everybody
Oh,
tonight.
man, we're all horrible at initiative.
Oh, God.
Wolf, you got the best.
Yikes.
I'm trying to find, because we don't have it set up yet. 1 second. Turn order. Why did nobody pop in? Oh, because you didn't have tokens to click on. Because we don't have tokens set in roll 20.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't.
Yeah.
It's not going to show you in the turn order. So let me just grab one of my standard old D&D sheets, which I happen to actually personally love.
Hey, I'm sitting here with notebook and my player's handbook and all sorts because I'm not used to doing all this online techie stuff. I do it the old school way.
I have notes pulled up on. I
you
have
just-
one note pulled up, and I have D&D Beyond.
Well, D&D Beyond is certainly up because that's how we're rolling, so you
Yes.
know. But I do have my dice.
Just in
allows everybody
case.
to take a look at the
Right.
characters too, so kind of does some fun stuff there. Oh my!
Right?
It does.
There we go.
Spook Nasty. Pick a number from 1 to 4 for me, please.
Mm.
There we go. And now I
Dun,
can
dun,
drop
dun.
you guys into the initiative order properly.
Oh,
In true D&D fashion, I'm reusing something
4.
old that has the names
4.
Kaylessa on it.
We
Go
got
figure.
a 4.
I got a 4 for Brock.
No, for Spook Nasty.
Oh, Spook Nasty
Oh,
gave you
Spook
number
Nasty chose 4.
Uh-huh.
That's deadly. Wow.
Oh.
Okay. Thank you, Spook Nasty.
4.
thanks.
Definitely not
So
me.
tonight's party kill will be brought to you by Spook Nasty and the plotters in the chat.
Oh, my.
All right, so let's see. Give me your character name and give me the number you rolled, so I don't have to look back and forth.
Wolf,
Blaze
13.
Wolf 13. Okay.
Griffin 4.
Griffin 4
And a 6.
and a 6.
Blaze 4.
Blaze 4. So, for the lack of argument, I just made it Griffin and then Blaze just arbitrarily because that's the way I wrote them. So, if we had those splitters going on, which we should put, it would put one of you above, but I'm not really worried about it. We could look at dexterity for tiebreakers, stuff like that. It just doesn't matter. All right, except for the fact that I got to roll in the villains who get a 3. Well, hey, you're all faster than the villains.
Wonderful.
All right. So, top of the round, Wolf, what are you doing, buddy? You've just heard this ambush, and you can hear steps from beneath the deck. Multiple individuals.
don't want to get up close. That sounds like a bad idea. I will just throw one of my daggers at the guy who fired the gnome who fired the crossbow.
Okay, it's going to be a really tricky shot, but go right ahead.
Distant stab.
Well, again, he's got mostly cover, too, so it's,
Yeah.
they're prepared for this.
Yeah.
Oh! He may have been
damn.
prepared, but it sails right by the crossbow and hits him. Roll for some damage, buddy.
Kill him.
Wow, Den of Wolves.
There we go.
Dude!
That's good.
And the gnome goes staggering back. It's in his eye, and he falls back, dropping the crossbow.
Poor gnome.
I just hold the other one up like, you guys gonna get up here?
Perfect.
I believe you actually can make a second attack when it's a thrown weapon of light. Wait,
Yeah, but I'm not going to.
Okay.
I'm down to one dagger now. And a
Okay.
rapier.
And next on the list is Anna.
I'm gonna finish loading that bolt and shoot it in the sky.
Oh,
Pulling your hand back,
All right.
easy enough. Click. And as you guys are watching, this green light envelops the deck, shoots up into the sky, and all of a sudden there's this like firework explosion of green that slowly starts dancing down and then fades out.
Yikes. Oh,
I'm
And the next
beautiful
up
up here.
is Griffin. Griffin flying above. You see the gnome go
perfect.
down.
Did he get hit with the arrow?
No, I thought of that, but
Not to fly up
Oh God, I don't know, right? I'm on fire.
while he's drunk, she's not. I figured she was smart enough not to aim at her friend.
Okay, so Griffin is gonna actually shoot at the other one that he saw that was hiding.
You said you had Eldritch Blast.
Yes, sir.
All right, do it up.
fire comes raining down from the sky.
Yeah. Well.
And you blast. Your Eldritch Blast hits the wood right in front of him and setting part of the steps on fire that he's hiding under and part of the wood box in front of him. Boom! The Eldritch Blast hits it.
It looks like I got him from here.
It sure does, buddy. It sure does.
Oh,
Still
golly.
wobble flying too. So this is going great for roleplay.
And Dragonborn.
As I'm heading towards the commotion where it's taking place at, am I close enough to see who's there and who is not?
You're still down on the dock. You head up the ramp and taking a quick appraisal, you can see Anna still pointing the crossbow to the sky. You can see the Tabaxi crouched down, dagger in hand. And no, because the gnome's already gone down and you wouldn't be able to see the other individual, so no. To you, but I'll give you the sounds of steps rushing through the bottom of the ship, coming up the steps back there.
Okay. Are they like sounds like coming up through a doorway?
They will be to come up onto the deck. They'll have to come
Okay.
through a doorway.
Then can I do create bonfire in the doorway?
Is that a distance one? That spell? I don't know. Do you have to lay hands? Because if
I
so,
don't
you got to
either.
get over there.
Oh, it's not some. Okay.
I don't know that. I'm asking. You have to look at the spell.
Well, I have no idea.
It should say
On your character, you should be able to
I'm new
click.
to this one.
If you click create bonfire and look at it, it'll give you the description.
Yeah, if you just click right on it.
Yeah, but that's why I said none of these spells are in here because it didn't save any of them.
Oh, so then
Oh.
you gotta go to manage spells and then find the cantrip, I think that is, and then it should say add or learn spell. And
And
it should
one-
just put it right in.
Now, one of the neat things is that will help you to put it all in, but D&D Beyond, one of the beautiful things they do is it's also a search engine for those books. So if you have access to the books, as you all do in my game, you can then just type it in like I did, create bonfire. It says spell, I click on it, and I read it. So in this case, it's a cantrip. We do know that it's both verbal as well as semantic, so he's got to use his hands involved. Anything within range, so he can do it up to 60 feet away, which means he's good. And
Yeah.
he can do a 5-foot cube, which will absolutely fill the doorway. You can create a bonfire in that space. So yeah, he's just got to have his hands free and basically point over there and do his mumbo-jumbo-y druidic stuff, call upon the spirits of lightning bugs and lizard folk, and boom, create a bonfire over there.
Very nice.
Okay, that's what I want to do.
So, boom, and as you're standing there, there's a second, blinding flash of light as part of the ship rages into fire, and fire and ships don't go well together.
Oof.
Fire bursts out in the ship, and you hear a scream from the voice right next to this staircase where he's lit the bonfire in the doorway going down. And you hear a shrill little voice yell, "They've changed sides! They're attacking!" And,
What?
out dodges this halfling who runs from there and starts scurrying up the back of the ship to get to the upper deck and whatnot.
Nice.
Oh no.
The footsteps underneath the
Already
ship
failures.
stop and whatnot. And you hear them scattering and whatnot, trying to go others. There's muffled voices from beneath the ship. You don't know what they're doing, if they're making plans, but they're yelling back and forth as it's slowly gone to chaos now that there's fire on the boat and whatnot. And we're at the top of the round. But now that we've cast fire, let's halt this and jump forward to a time beyond this, when all of you are sitting around a campfire remembering what's happening. What is the funniest part about this memory at this moment for you?
The
Probably
drunken
should have been a different
Arakocra.
I was totally wasted that night, that's for sure. I don't remember a thing.
You were annoying, that was for sure.
Oh, come on. It's fun. There's older days. I don't know. I still like alcohol.
Those things will never
Yeah.
change.
Drink a lot more when you're younger, though.
Yeah, we were sure as hell a lot more rambunctious, perhaps.
Seem to have a history of setting things on fire.
Hmm. Yes. Made things more interesting, that's for sure.
So, what made you think setting a ship on fire was a good idea?
Yeah.
Preferably one that we were on.
Right? Hello. The rest of us can't fly.
Yeah, well, you know.
Oh, God. We didn't think anything through, did we?
And stepping
No,
back
that's
one
that's-
bit further for our viewers, why don't you introduce yourselves? Tell us who you're playing and where you're actually sitting while we're talking about being by a bonfire. Let's start off with, is there any one of you that wants to go first? Hands? No?
Sure. I'll
Okay,
go
Eric,
first.
start off. Tell us who you are. Tell us about your character a little bit, and you guys together will talk about the setting.
All right. So myself, my name is Eric. This is my second stream on with Sean. So this is nothing new to me, and plus I know everybody at this table. So this is really fun. But my character's name is Griffin. He is a 5 foot tall Arakocra. That pretty much he's sitting probably at the edge probably one of the farthest edges from the fire. I don't know who's sitting in between me, but he looks like his face looks like an eagle, right? His feathers are 2 different shades of red, right? So his head feathers are a bright, fiery red, very depicting of his personality. And his body and most of like his wings are all like this dark auburn red. What else? Yes, he also has a black beak, very, very like a very dark onyx color, and then his eyes are also a gold. But some of his feathers looked a little frilled. Obviously, he's been through his fair share of tussles because he really likes them. But yeah, he takes, like, if you looked at him, you could see that he takes a lot of pride in being able to fly. He loves it. That's his home. If he's on the ground, he's probably not the happiest of campers. Hence why maybe he just needs to drink sometimes just to get that away. But yeah, he's a warlock, and he likes taking fights at a distance most times, unless he has to be on the ground, and I guess he's just gonna have to tussle with his fists most of the time or his claws. But most of the time, consider him a sniper, and the reconnaissance dude. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw it off to Mike.
Sweet.
I'm playing Den of Wolves, who is this like light gray, almost silver-esque furred tabaxi. He has like these black stripes going down his body. He has like sky blue eyes, which are like really bright compared to the silver fur around it. He's from a noble family, even if they may not be so noble in current situations due to unforeseen, terrible situations that no one could have had any part in whatsoever.
Fire.
Of course not.
But he's like it's a noble family in the same sense that like knights, like knight thumbs can be noble. Like they're very militaristic in their heritage, which is why he joined. And ends up he's not very strong, never really was, so he decided to work on what he was good at and be a little stealthy, be able to infiltrate, sneak around, and with good reconnaissance and other muscles around, he's able to help out quite a bit. I'll throw it over to Blaze.
All right. My character's name is too long to pronounce by humans, so I've shortened it down to Blaze. I am a Dragonborn. Come from an ancient line. I'm 7 foot tall, weigh about 300 pounds. I am bluish gray scales. I have like a silverish toned eyes, and I'm going to be playing the part of a druid. So this will be a new character for me, so I'll be testing it out as I go and learning. So we'll see how it goes. Go ahead, Ketchum.
All right, I'm Anna Valorious. I'm a half-elf. My dad was actually a wood elf. My mom was a human. And growing up, they were actually together, and it was great. But I'm a ranger, and as you know, rangers have a preferred enemy. So my preferred enemy are the undead, because, see, the undead killed my parents when I was an early teen. And so I've been on my own ever since. And that's how I have my street urchin background. But I would go back and forth between the city of my mom and the wood elf areas of my dad. So, because I never really feel like I totally belong to either of them until I finally met, all these guys with our training and wonderful things that we learned through them. And seeing as though, I'm surrounded by a bunch of magic users, and while rangers do eventually get a little bit of magic, I couldn't feel left out. So obviously that's why I ended up picking up a level of wizardry. So, And I'm 5'9". I have dark curly hair, kind of longish, hazel eyes, tannish skin, and, slender, and just, I love my longbow, and I love my rapier.
Sweet. So, welcome to Death Not Lock. Welcome to Samurai Jesus. Have a good night, Spook Nasty. Welcome, Alex. We got a whole bunch of the plotters coming over just in time to hear all of your introductions. We've been playing along, and our crew has already gotten into their first Mischief of the Night. We've seen Nat 20s. We've seen Death of Quest Givers. We've seen Setting Flame to the ships that we're standing on. So, it's all happening in true plot point fashion right here tonight. But we just did an odd thing. We were in the middle of combat, and suddenly you guys were reflecting on it. What's the deal with that?
War stories.
Uh-huh.
That's right. We are all telling some good old war stories of our heyday, or I don't know if it's our heyday, but the beginning.
Your heyday is still ahead of you.
The heyday's still ahead of us.
Unless they cancel season 2 of Firefly, But hey, we'll just make a movie instead.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just make a movie then.
Well, as the party reflects on the drunkenness and the madness of that first time that they were allowed to go out on their own for a mission, whether or not they would even be able to keep, this is kind of like the whole graduation thing. You graduated boot camp type thing. This is your first mission on your own. Let's get back into it and see exactly how it played out. So that night, now that they've managed to leave Mars's dead body in an alley, set fire to the Sea Hag ship that they were in search of, and trap the crew down below in a ship that's burning. One individual is up top, yelled about how they'd changed sizes and run away, and we will cut back to Wolf, Den of Wolves.
I'm gonna go try to chase down the person you said was running away.
Yes, you saw a small halfling-sized figure scoot up the top, and while in most D&D worlds, halflings and gnomes sadly are the same size, we're going with the original, and gnomes are absolutely smaller than halflings. So halflings are a little over 3 foot tall, so maybe 3.5, and gnomes will come in anywhere from the 2 to 3 foot.
Okay, I'm gonna try to go chase after him and catch him.
Ooh! What kind of chase does that look like? Just standard movement or what?
Are they ran up as in like onto a second floor, or as in like up the? Okay, then I'm just gonna because I have so much movement. Just full dead sprint, leap up the stairs, and either if he's not too far away, just cut him off where he can't move anywhere else.
You have enough movement and ability with your dexterity and whatnot to absolutely get ahead of him and cut him off.
Yeah.
Since that's your intent. So in a few leaps and bounds, you're not only up the stairs, but you leap over this guy and get in front of him. Are you on all fours when you land? On all twos? And what do you do as a free action?
Superhero landing.
So literally, you launch over him, land down 3 points, look at him with this snarly Tabaxi growl, and do you say something or do something or?
Yeah, I I'm looking menacing as all hell, and then all of a sudden just whose side are you on?
The halfling's eyes pop wide. The crossbow still in his hand because he never let go of it and whatnot. And he stammers. He's like, Mars. And we'll cut away from you because it's not a conversation. So Anna, you're up. Not that you heard any of that. You just saw the Tabaxi run off.
No, yeah. That now that the ship's on fire, though, I'm getting off the ship.
Diving off, running back down the gangplank to where the Dragonborn is?
No. I'm going down the gangplank. I got plenty of room and time and all that kind of stuff. I don't need to go crazy.
Well, technically, our Dragonborn friend just came to the top of it, looked around, cast fire, but hasn't left blocking the gangplank. So you'll have to leap around him, go around him, or do some diving jump.
Oh, I see. I'm quite acrobatic. I'm sure I can kind of get up on the rail and jump. You know what I mean? You got the gangplank and
sure,
and just up on the rail and then back onto the gangplank and out.
Superhero stuff. You guys are the heroes of the story. Absolutely. Obviously. So knowing that he's blocking it, you literally leap up, 2 toes on the railing, dive past him, and do a roll down the gangplank till you're back down on the bottom. With a flourish, no less.
Nice.
And you still have the crossbow in your hand.
Oh, yeah. I'm not giving that up. Why not?
Is there anything you want to do for an action? That was just movement.
I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm going to actually just get down to the bottom of the gangplank and turn around and kind of keep an eye on the, see if anybody does actually work on making their way off and what I might be able to do from there. If that makes sense.
So you're at the bottom of the gangplank and you're trying to help somebody off? I'm not sure. You mean your own team?
No, I'm just going to wait and see. Not my team, because I'm sure Blaze is going to come down.
Oh.
I'm going to wait and see if anybody else actually gets out from underneath there.
Oh, no, there's
Starts
only
coming
small.
down.
The portholes are literally inches wide, just like little looking glasses to get out. This is more of a tourist type boat. You know.
No, I'm waiting to see if any of them actually make it through the fire and start coming down the gangplank.
Ah, now I understand.
Ready an arrow.
Thank you. I was a little slow on that one. You can have a plot point for your DM slowness. Okay, Griffin, you're up, sir.
Wonderful. Can Griffin see that little halfling run away with the Tabaxi cornering him?
Yeah, the Tabaxi's in front of him now, and they've stopped on the top of the
I'm gonna
deck.
get hit with an Eldritch Blast.
Well,
And we thought the whip
okay.
was going to be the worst thing that night.
I know. Okay,
Count
so
for a drunken flying sniper.
just you just aim it out a little bit. I think I can do that.
Golly, no.
No. Hold on. Okay, so how far away would you say they are in distance? Like,
You're probably up about 50 feet.
oh,
You're
really?
flying around the
Okay.
rigging and stuff. You're keeping some distance.
You
You can be closer if you want. Don't forget you got movement.
absolutely. If I can do that while still being in the air and get a good, clean, well,
You've got
relatively clean
50
shot.
feet of movement while you're flying, dude. Flying's your thing.
Okay, I'll move. Why not? I'll move like as close as I can then. Like
You can
50
land
feet.
on the deck, literally right behind him. You got 50 feet of movement.
Oh, I can?
Dive bombing.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna
I
do
said
that.
you're 50 feet up, so you sail
Absolutely.
in, land right behind the halfling, and what do?
Wonderful. Blast them.
Point blank, you're like, boom! That lowers his AC quite a bit.
Just a bit. Okay, let's see here.
Now again, he can still resist it, but
True.
yep. Boom! Two-handed fry into this guy. Roll for damage.
All right.
I also just love the depiction
well-
that this person has a cat person in front of them snarling at them and just has an eagle land behind them.
And the first natural one of the night.
Oh, thank
Yeah,
God.
for 1 point of damage.
At least it was only damage.
Yes, at least it was only damage.
Do not forget, your plot points can adjust those as well.
That's
And
true.
don't forget,
Is it too
damage
late?
dice in our game explode, which means if you roll a maximum, you get to keep that and roll again.
That's sweet. I totally forgot about that. Oh man. But is it too late for plot points?
No, it's a damage roll. There's nothing to adjudicate on that.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay,
Like,
right.
it would be too late if I already said it was a miss or something like that. That's too
Yeah.
late. But this is just damage.
We might want to
Well,
keep
right.
this guy alive, though, and find out who we were supposed to kidnap.
Well, it's a good thing I got 1 point of damage.
Well, you might want to think about that later on in the future, but
As I blast this dude, do I have time to say anything?
Of course, it's free action, man. It's speaking. It's
Sweet.
epic. It's your story.
Okay, wonderful. So before he blasts him, Griff is gonna say, "Watch out, Tomcat! I'm about to kill your Jerry," and then blasts him.
For 1 point of damage, that's it.
Yeah, well, the 1 point of damage. Look, he's all talk right now.
I'm about to blast him, and his hands go glowing yellow, and just touch the guy who goes, ah! He's more scared of it than anything else.
And then Griff is just gonna be like, "Oh well, we all get some sort of stage fright every once in a while." Yeah.
Oh, it would have been so much more epic if you exploded him. Talked out of it. All right, Blaze, you're up, sir.
I'm trying to focus in on what's going on with that group there while keeping an eye on her running back behind me. And I'm going to take a couple steps backwards, exiting the boat.
Okay, you're back on the gangplank. You can still see the whole deck because you are balanced on the gangplank that goes up and down. It's, again, wide enough 3 feet. It's not like a balancing beam or something. You have no idea what the group underneath the ship is doing, and seeing the group up on the upper deck would be difficult. Other than you saw the bird come swooping in, and then a flash of light and whatnot, outlining his bird wings as he landed and whatnot, and obscuring from sight the halfling and the Tabaxi. He really makes a kind of good wall with his wings out and whatnot. Might be useful in the
I
future.
have my whip at the ready.
Oh, golly.
And Anna's just about, I don't know, maybe 10 feet behind you, so she's definitely within whip range.
Yeah, you go to whip right now.
Just in case. So your ready action is to do what?
Get ready to toss my whip.
You're going to attack anything that gets into range.
Yep.
Enemy-wise. Enemy, not friend, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Correct.
thank you.
No, I understood that. Okay. At that point, the shouts from beneath the deck continue. And suddenly there's a dimming of light on the deck.
Yeah, see, somebody could put out the fire.
The light dims, and you hear some continued shouting underneath. The halfling that's facing you, Den of Wolves, looks, realizing that he stopped for you to talk and got attacked, and realizes it's the only chance because it's clearly an ambush. He's getting attacked from behind. Darts off to the right, giving opportunity attacks to both you and him as he tries to get the hell off the ship now.
I don't take it. I'm sure he takes it.
Yeah, you have a reaction that you can take, Arakocra boy.
Oh, me? Sweet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
This is a small creature, right? So
It's a
he's got to
mini-
be able.
Yep.
I'm gonna try and grapple him with my little talons there, if I can.
Okay, make a strength roll. Absolutely.
Oh, I forgot about that. Ooh.
Yeah, grapple is about strength. All you're doing is stopping them leaving.
Yikes. Yeah, that's not happening.
Very strong.
You kind of laugh inside Den of Wolves as these two kind of like do that, ah! You know, like at each other and whatnot. But the halfling's just got a little more as he literally rolls down, rolls under, and then dives off the edge of the ship in between the ship and the dock. So both Benoit, or I'm so sorry, Blaze and Anna see this darting form dive over the ship and then miss the dock and go right in between the ship and the dock with a splash. He was out of the range of your whip. Sorry. Your whip was not that long. In fact, do we have a length on your whip yet?
No, not at the time.
Let's call it 10 feet. You can reach 10 feet. It's got
100
reach.
feet.
Because normally you can reach 5. Your whip has reach, so you can reach now 10. So it would actually be, I guess, reach of 5. Because you can always reach the 5-foot cube next to you. Okay, so that takes care of the ship, people. Den of Wolves, you're top of the round.
I stand up. I think there was a miscalculation here, guys.
I almost had that little bugger, didn't I?
No.
Yeah, that's how I remember.
I would just once again take a defensive stand since someone's probably going to attack me. It may be the enemy, it may be my team. I'm not quite sure yet.
You're starting to look like a gnome to me.
So is your ready to action to flee or to attack if something attacks you?
Oh, no, I'm not taking a ready action. I'm just taking a defensive stance.
Okay.
So,
Anna, you're down on the docks. You've seen the halfling jump off, but the lights have gone out on the ship, so that maybe is a good thing. Maybe it was your Arakocra that did it with his big wings.
He's just blocking the light.
blocked out the sun.
You know.
Oh, I'm not sure. What magic do I have? What good magic to help me?
Oh my.
I'm not sure what I want to do is the problem. You know what? I'm still gonna just stay at the bottom of the gangplank, ready for anybody coming off the ship to try and you know, grab or whatever. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with them yet. It all depends on who comes off the ship.
Cool. Griffin.
Wonderful. If I fly in the air, will I be able to see this little guy swimming around?
You can try.
Then I will try to find him, and if I could, go a little, just a bit fishing today.
So Catman, you see the Birdman take over, dive off the deck, wings flying, goes up really quick. Yeah, it's so easy for you to see it. It's a really tight fit in there, but you're pretty sure. See, the problem is you could dive in, but you couldn't spread your wings to get back out because the space in between the ship and the docks is small.
Oh, so I can't like go in.
You can't fish him like a hawk because he's in between.
Yeah, I was
the ship
gonna
and the
like
dock.
pluck him out with my talons, but okay.
You're
Damn.
pretty sure you
Okay.
break a wing on like the pure boats or something. You know, you can try,
Okay.
or you can just dive in and hit him and knock
Par
him
for the
under.
course
I mean,
right now.
I'm a ranged fighter, so I'm gonna go with my ranged weapons. And clearly, I don't know what else is going on here. I'm still very oblivious of what this dude is. As far as I know, he is an enemy, and I need to kill him. So I'm gonna try an Eldritch Blast.
do it up. Make your attack.
Man, damn, the dice really knows I'm drunk tonight.
Bam! And there's a hiss of water as your Eldritch Blast hits. And another yikes from the halfling who dives underneath and tries to swim for cover.
Don't worry, I'm going to get him. Don't worry. It's yeah. I got it.
Blaze, nobody has come off the ship yet. It's only been 6 seconds, but
Is the fire out between the door?
you can see the light is out, and yeah, it looks like it's gone.
All right, I'm going to move towards the door and be ready to attack what's coming out.
Moving back up on the deck, you can now see that the part of the deck there is covered in water. All the wood there is burned, but it looks like water came out of somewhere to extinguish the fire that had started.
Another
You
magic.
didn't see any water, but clearly it came out of somewhere. And on the other side, you see people. There's at least 2 or 3 that you can see. Couldn't quite tell. It's a quick thing.
Are they
But
within
as you
10 feet?
come into view, because you've now moved into their range, they charge forward up onto the deck to meet you in combat. And 2 of them get up onto the deck face to face with you. And you know more are coming, which is why I said 2 or 3. But let's see. Neither one of you is surprised, so there is no surprise. And we are in initiative, and they were waiting. So they move into your attack, and let's give you the first attack since you're going to be outnumbered.
Ooh, at least I'm far away now. Go
Okay,
ahead, use that
now
whip.
the only thing I have underneath my attacks is my unarmed strike and my breath weapon.
Okay,
got
but
it
you did.
equipped.
What about your weapons?
You-
Did you add?
Have to equip them.
Well, they're listed, but they're listed under equipment.
Yeah, and then there should be an active checkbox next to it. Make sure they're checked.
There we go.
And what that'll do is that'll add that to your attacks and your abilities. For our viewers, we're always a teaching stream, and your best table you will ever have is the one where you're willing to take the time to work with one another. If you're an experienced player and you get somebody who's a brand new DM, always be gracious and help them. And it's just the same whether you're a DM for 6 months, 6 days, or 6 decades, which the game hasn't been around that long. Help. Be gracious. Be loving. Give people time. People want to feel loved, and the game is about fun, not about angst and rules. So, holy smokes! Oh
do
my
it.
god! All right, roll for damage, buddy. You guys hear this crack as Benoit lets out with his whip, and Benoit, you have one individual in front of you entangled. You may now choose to pull and knock the individual prone if you want.
Yeah.
Yep. So as a bonus action, bam, you yank your whip back, knocking this individual prone, who again, he was right in front of his buddy, so I'm going to give an opportunity for him to knock his buddy down. No, yeah, it did not happen. It was a 5. So he falls down prone, his buddy stepping to the side, shocked as you've just taken one of them down prone. He'll have to use half his movement to get up next turn, but in the meantime, all the attacks against him have advantage.
Nice.
I instinctually duck the second I hear the whip crack.
You've been around him too much.
See how good I am with this, guys? I told you.
Uh-huh.
Told you. And at that point, the shipboard people attack you, Brock. The one there, the other one finishes coming up the stairs, jumps over his buddy and attacks you. Both these ones are wielding swords. And your AC is a... I don't have it listed. What's your AC?
12.
12. Anna, what's your AC?
16.
16? As in 1-6?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
The one leaps over you, Brock, swinging at Blaze, and Blaze is easily able to dodge it, moving to the side. But the other one, as he dodges, gets an excellent strike on you with his scimitar, slashing at you for a total of 5 points of damage. It's a good hit, right into your side.
Damn.
Ouch.
Blaze is like, I'm never getting rid of my whip.
Ouch.
Yeah, that was it bad.
Oh.
Level 1, it hurts. Hence why the gnome went down. Level 1, it only takes 1 or 2 hits.
Oh man. Quote of the night. Ouch.
Ouch. Ouch.
There seems to be a sword sticking out of me now.
I'm definitely going to be backing up at first chance. Get back down. So I
If
can...
you back away
Run.
now, you will give them an opportunity attack.
Oof.
Because you'd be leaving melee distance. Same as what happened to the poor halfling.
So I got two of them. I got 2 of them on me.
Technically, yes, they would get 2 attacks on you.
Okay.
Technically, even the prone person is allowed to attack, but I'm not going to have them attack.
I'm going to try to push one off over to the side of the ship out into the water.
Okay. Right now, you've already used your action for this turn, so you can't do another action. Right now, it's their movement, but intents are fine. We'll look at that for the next round as these guys try to, again, pin you and whatnot. In fact, they make a shout as the one has now hit you, and they tell you, surrender or we'll kill, Blayzegorgonthrillxred. And they kind of stumble over the words. And that brings us to
Just call him Blaze.
Den of Wolves.
Okay. I'm gonna close in with the 2 fighting him.
You have advantage because you're on the upper deck and they don't know you're there, and you could jump down and attack on their back if you want to make a jumping attack right onto them.
Okay, I'll do that, but can I hit them with the back of my weapon? Because I'm still not sure on whose side these people are on.
You just have to say you want a non-killing stroke. So
Yeah.
you're not looking to kill. That lowers all their hit points. If you bring somebody to 0, they're considered unconscious, not dead.
Perfect. And you said advantage?
You do have advantage as you jump down on them.
I'm glad about that. Didn't help much.
Ooh, well.
Yeah, 8 and a 9.
Probably the fact that it didn't help much was when he jumps down as this cat, he goes, "Rah!" and the one looks like, oh crap, and he moves just to the side, just in time, as you guys are in your ferocious state. Your dagger scraping off of his armor as he dodges to the side from you. Warning the mouse that you're there, cat, doesn't always work.
Yeah.
But these were level 1 days. You didn't always make the best choices.
Of course.
Just seeing if I have anything interesting to do. Well, I certainly.
Anna, you'll be up next. Know what you're doing.
Say, look, can we just talk before I have to kill everyone?
Nice recovery. Good bluff.
Woo!
The one that you just tried to strike at, who, like I said, moves away, he goes, "We told you, surrender!" And Anna, you're up.
Well, hearing all the commotion up there now, and the fact that, I know that there's definitely battle going on up there, I run back up. I'm trying to decide if I draw my rapier or my longbow. I'm gonna run back up, but stay out of the reach of Blaze's whip, and find the best spot to aim in with my longbow. And I'm gonna be ready to shoot just in case, but I'm not shooting right away. I'm gonna wait and see what's
What
happening.
is the trigger event for your ready to action?
If they try and go through with their threat to kill Blaze.
Okay. So if they try to kill Blaze, if they go to make an attack, you will get an attack first.
Yes.
You go up the deck, head to the left towards the point of the boat, easily giving you about 30 feet, so you're fine on distance, and you draw your string and aim in. I shall assume that you've dropped the crossbow at your feet because you need 2 hands for your bow. Fair enough?
Yeah, probably right there.
Yeah.
Up on deck with me. Yes.
Because you have to be able to draw or stow a weapon, and you don't even have a spot to stow it.
Yes. No.
So yeah.
But it's right next to me.
Yeah, it's just at your feet.
Yeah.
Yeah. You get up there, feet. Because you're drawing, you only get 1 draw, and you're drawing your bow to use it. And
Yeah.
so. Okay, so you're ready in, you're locked in, you're aimed. Griffin, you're on the deck. You're you're flying high. I'm sorry. You were looking for the little goblin who hasn't seemed to come up from the water yet, from what you can see.
I must have gotten him.
That must be it.
Well thought of, well played.
Let's see. So now he sees all these other guys that showed up to the party. So now he's really excited. This is turning out to be a great night for a fight. Instantly, he still thinks those are enemies that need to be killed because no one's told him anything. So here we go. He wants to shoot an Eldritch Blast.
You can see that Blaze is now in a position where they have a sword pointed at him and whatnot. And the Tabaxi, you're right, they're all going at it. It definitely sees it. And you can also see the ranger about to shoot somebody dead. So yeah, you're right. The battle probably looks pretty intense.
Looks pretty gnarly. Yeah, I'm gonna shoot Eldritch Blast. That's at the one that's pointing the sword at Blaze. Let's see how this goes.
Yeah.
I promise. I promise I'm good at this stuff.
You definitely move whatever distance you need to be in range, so you're fine.
Oh jeez, I accidentally clicked it twice. It's a 21 out of 23.
That's fine. It definitely hits. So blast this bugger for damage.
Please. Nice.
Is that max?
Actually, no, it's not. It's not max.
I couldn't remember what the roll is. What is the roll
It's
for
a
that?
D10.
Oh,
it's a D10 for that one.
It was like
yes.
That's why, yeah, because Eldritch Blast is the one that's bigger than all the other cantrips. That's right. Yeah. So for 2 points, you could bump it up there.
Yeah, why not?
Spend your 2 points and then roll for damage again.
Nice. Imagine I would have got another D10.
Now, I have to. You're keeping the damage, but just so you know, I remembered you can't do that because we have an issue. Actually, you have to use golden crits to bump up even your damage dice.
Okay.
It was my bad. I called it wrong. And that's actually a balancing act because when you have rogues that can do D4s and you start doing the percentages, it's just way too easy to explode and do like 100 points of damage.
Jesus.
So it's like you got to use.
No idea what you're talking about.
Yeah. So that'll be the one and only time. So you fry this guy, and Blaze, you're looking at him as literally suddenly blue lightning. Isn't that what Eldritch Blast looks like? Kind of blue flame. What is it again?
It's. I think it's a green beam or whatever. I mean, you could make it look however you want,
can
but
do whatever you like. Just tell me.
Okay, cool. I picture it as like just a green beam. It doesn't look. It just looks like a straight beam.
This beam lashes out, launches into this guy, kind of like the Ghostbusters stream, hits him, fries, green light comes out his eyeballs, everything else, and then he falls to the ground, still smoking. Green mist coming off of him.
Griff is just going to say up in the sky, nice and far away, I got the fucker.
Blaze, you've watched your opponent, one of your opponents in front of you that was challenging you to surrender, drop.
I think we got the upper hand here. Let's keep rolling with it.
So you say that to them, or what are you doing? It's your turn.
Oh, it's my turn.
Oh,
Yeah, we gotta like.
Is my whip still attached to this guy's leg?
No, you jerked it back. He's off his thing. You can make an attack. You can try for the other one that you see that
Well,
now
if
that
the
two
one's
are
gone,
down,
I'm trying
you
to
can see.
trying to knock the other one off the side of the boat into the water. Take him out of the fight.
Okay.
Push.
That would be a shove action, so it's an opposed strength again, and you could shove him up to, I think it's like 10 feet. I don't know. Can't remember. But for tonight, it'll be off the edge of the boat. And it's an opposed roll. So you charge this guy, and you grab him, and he's like kind of, and you give him a shove, and he goes stumbling back off the edge of the boat. So that's your action. And then it's the ship's action. And the final guy comes up from the bottom of the deck. The other guy gets up onto his feet that was prone. And the one that was prone yells, "What the hell is wrong with you people?" And
We're idiots.
"Where's Mars?" And the one coming up the deck, who actually has a gun with him, aims in the rifle. Now, I will give you the opportunity. Technically, it wasn't an attack on Blaze, but it probably looks like it's about to be. Blaze having just done the last action to shove somebody off. And he has no idea about the Arakocra in the sky and the Tabaxi other than creeping and crawling and standing there. Did I skip Den of Wolves? No, because this is your ready to action. This is your ready to action, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, if you want to shoot the guy with the gun, you could.
I don't know, because I know distance weapons. I know that's a distance weapon, and I know he may not fire. I don't know if he's gonna fire. I think I would wait.
There is no waiting. You're either shooting or not, because it's about to be.
No.
Okay, so you hesitate at the last second as he pulls the trigger and shoots at Blaze. And Blaze's AC is 12, so that's a hit with the rifle. And that is 12 points of damage, Blaze.
Woo.
That's when I shoot him.
And Blaze goes down. No, you don't shoot because you did not use your action.
That's when I would have used it. It was after he shot. I wouldn't have used it for him aiming.
Okay, fair enough. A triggered action, just so that we're all clear on how they are. You set a trigger, and then it happens. So the trigger was he's being attacked.
An attack. Yeah.
So I'll finish now. The trigger was he's being attacked, which is what I was demonstrating to you. I said it looks like he's about to be attacked and whatnot, and you even said that, and then you said I'll wait. So the triggers happen when the event happens. You actually don't even get to. I shouldn't have let you change your mind, because what you do is you wait for that, and then you get a chance to act before that, or when that's happening. So go ahead and make your attack.
I guess
now.
what I'm confused about is that, to me, the trigger would have been the attack, not somebody aiming a gun at him.
Perfect. So you've got your attack. Go ahead and make it. You got it. And you are absolutely reading that right. You did say you wanted to wait for an attack, and there was no attack. So, again, I made the mistake of giving you an option, which you wouldn't have with a trigger. So you are correct. DMs, always be humble. Great.
8.
So that's a max, which means it explodes and you get to roll again.
No, that's.
Oh, it's a crit
my
bad.
attack
You
hit.
have a +7.
Yeah.
Wait, isn't that only against... Why do you have a +7? I don't even know why, but whatever.
I don't know.
So you do 8 damage. I don't know why.
No,
Corpse
this is the attack.
You have a
roll.
magic
This isn't
longbow listed
damage.
there. Why are you using a
This is-
magic longbow?
I don't know, but right now it doesn't matter because this is the attack roll. Would an 8 even hit?
No, it wouldn't, but you can't use a magic longbow that you don't
Okay, well, I
have
have
anyway.
to get other stuff on there. So
I don't know
right
why
now
you're-
it doesn't matter because that was the hit.
Okay,
gotta
so you
put
roll the
on
1
other
to
ones.
hit. It's a total miss. Go
Yeah.
sailing by him. And then remove a magic longbow from your inventory.
All
Like-
of a sudden, she
I
whips
like
out this
it.
bow.
That doesn't exist. Oh my.
Pocket are you pulling that from?
Oh my.
Oh golly.
Griffin. you have just blasted this guy, and then you watch the other guy shoot Blaze, who's now gone down.
Mm.
And right
Well-
then, there's an explosion of flame at the far end of the dock past the other sea hag in one of the buildings, and flame comes gushing out of windows that you can see. Now you may take your turn.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, so Griff sees that explosion and is just like, huh, another firework today. That's cool. I wonder what's going on in town. And then fires a eldritch blast at the one that attacked Blaze.
Okay.
Let's see.
Do it up, buddy.
What do we got?
He's still holding the gun, having just shot. And
And that's a 7.
you blast him with this lightning or this green blast, which seems to hit him but doesn't seem to affect him at all. He was so close you couldn't miss him, but just didn't seem to affect him.
Griffin's just going to say, oh, that's cheating.
Oh, I love it. Blaze, you are down. I need you to make a death saving roll, please. Your first death save.
Okay. Well, I've never had to do that before. What do I click on?
I believe it's just a con save.
No. that's
Or is it just a straight D20 and it's 10 or above?
Yeah, it's
Just a
straight
straight
D20.
So just roll a straight D20. 14. You can tell we don't have to use con saves very much in my games. I mean, usually the players aren't falling victim. So, but level 1. Level 1's so tasty.
And the first death of the game.
So, no,
No,
actually, that's a good
no.
thing. That's a death save. 14 or above is good. Or 10 or above is good. 9 or below is bad. So you've got your first success. You need to get 3 successes to be up again and stable. If you get a net 20, you get up with 1 point. So it's kind of like you just kind of brush it off and you're like, oh, I'm back in combat. Ship people.
We are ship people.
Wolf. It's Wolf's turn, right?
No, it's the ship people.
Oh.
Stop trying to take away my ship
I
person.
thought that was the ship people, and that's why I had a reaction.
That was one. There were 2. There's the prone one that got up, and you shot the rifleman.
Ah.
So let me get my other ship person who just watched his buddy get fried and get blasted. And other stuff.
Obliterated.
Um,
Don't mind me. I'm just going to lay right here.
You're good there, buddy.
Just taking a load
Take
off.
a
you know.
nap.
Take a little nap.
Yeah.
Perfect time.
This is definitely
he's
a
going
short.
to give both the Tabaxi and the Arakocra opportunity attacks as he tries to dive below decks. He's moving the hell out of combat.
Chicken!
All his buddies are getting shot and killed, picked off one by one.
I'm gonna try to take a non-lethal attack at him.
Okay, go for it.
Hey.
Dude,
There we go.
you hamstring this bugger. He's down.
Huh.
He's bleeding out. Oh,
Okay.
yeah. Nice. It's a 1. It's a
Yeah.
1.
It's
fair.
a 1.
But it's a 5 total.
I just
which
have
is
a strong
awesome.
dexterity.
You're just like really awesome. You slash him and he goes stumbling down. You get to make your opportunity attack as well.
Wonderful. Well, he's looking not good still. You might
He's
as well pick him
stumbling away.
off. Yeah, well, I'm gonna blast him.
Can you use that as a reaction?
What?
You
Wait.
can't use Eldritch
Can I-
Blast as a
wait.
reaction.
Isn't he flying? Why would he get an opportunity attack?
Because he's within range of a melee attack. So when he's...
Mm.
Because he had come
is?
down
I
to the
thought he was
deck.
flying.
No,
Oh,
he
he
came
did?
down... Maybe I misunderstood it. I thought you came down to the deck because you said you did the guy up close. Am I
No.
remembering that?
I was in the air because I flew up to look at a bird's eye from where that little
Perfect.
halfling was in the water. So I am flying. So if that takes
Okay.
away the opportunity,
No,
that's fine.
it does. It takes away the opportunity attack, but no, it was my bad. So sorry. Each of you can have a plot point for that. So thank you, Anna, for pointing it out. Thank you, Eric, for helping me to see it better. Great. So no opportunity attack. He goes stumbling down. where he cracks his head on the steps and whatnot and stops
Poor
moving.
guy.
And we are out of initiative.
Ah, wonderful.
What about the guy with the gun?
Didn't we just take care of him? Oh, no, you're right. Your blast didn't work. So we are still in initiative. Poor bastard. He's going to die, sadly.
Yeah, it bounced right off of him.
Yeah. Bastard. I feel so bad for these
I rolled
NPCs.
a nat 1.
Oh, my God.
Slaughter.
It's brutal. It's brutal. Mike, you really got to get a front light for you. You're like
Yeah.
nothing but shadow. Let's see. That would be Den of Wolves. You're up, buddy. You've taken down the one. There's only the one left, the rifleman.
Go try to take a non-lethal crack at
Easy
him.
enough to move in. Unfortunately, you don't get sneak attack damage because you got Arakocra flying, Blaze doesn't count, and she's up at the front of the ship.
Yep. I'm sure that helps.
Yeah, he's pretty good at dodging you. He uses the gun to fend off your dagger attack.
Yep.
Your first one, at least. Are you using the other hand or what? Oh, wait, you don't have a hand for the other hand. Wait,
nah.
you got claws.
Ooh, that's right.
Oh, right, I do have claws.
Yeah.
Use them,
I
boy.
have claws. Sure, I'll take an
Level 1, he
offhand
gets
claw
sneak
attack.
Wow.
Well, no, it's a bonus action because you can take a bonus action with a light
Yep. Anybody can.
attack.
Anybody can make 2 attacks per round. It's right out of the player's handbook. It's whether or not you have disadvantage and what weapons you can use.
Yeah.
So, in this case, he hits and do some damage. And he rakes up the side, having feinted with the dagger, just enough to make the guy block with the rifle, and then he rakes across him, blood gushing out as he rakes across his face on this guy. And the guy staggers backwards. Anna, open shot on the rifle guy.
Heck yeah, because he just shot my friend.
Take him
And
out.
I ain't having any of that. There we go.
Not seeing anything on the screen, so
Yeah, no, it went on mine for some reason.
you can just tell us what it is.
Well, it was a
7 to
magic
hit.
bow.
That's funny. She might not have equipped it, maybe. I don't know.
No,
No,
I
yeah.
did. Features and
Oh,
traits. maybe
I
gotta
saw it.
rewind back
Yeah,
up.
I saw
you
it
got
on
that
D&D
crossbow.
Beyond.
Well,
It
do I
said
need
you
to
rolled.
refresh it?
Was it a 12? Oh no, there we go.
There
It
you
says
go.
she rolled a 7.
Yeah, there you go. The 7 is the one then. Yeah, that
Okay.
was the first one. Should not be the other one.
Yeah, the other one's damage for some
Yeah, I
reason.
don't know why it took
In fact,
so long
they
to
both
get
say
beyond.
damage. You rolled damage on them both, but that's kind of
What?
weird.
Oh, okay. Then hang on.
Dude.
This one.
There. we
Hey,
go.
look, and it doesn't say magic bow this time. I mean, she's
They
still
have
a
reverted
ranger.
back to
She's
a
getting
normal bow.
+6 for God's sakes, but it's still an impressive hit. Roll for damage on your bow. Well, actually, we'll just give you
Okay.
the previous. What'd you roll previously? Oh,
The
it's a
7.
max.
7.
Well, roll again for extra
the
damage.
7. No. 7 was the first one. We'll go with the 7.
She rolled again because it wasn't popping up for some reason.
Yeah, it was a delayed.
Okay, cool.
Delayed roll.
So literally, thunk, thunk. He takes the damage from being raked across, and then you see an arrow pierce his chest, and the guy falls back, dead.
Nice. Kill
And that brings us to
I'm pretty sure that our Tabaxi friend's the only one that realizes that we probably shouldn't have been killing these people.
Griffin.
Stuff happens.
You're flying.
Ah.
You can see some waves in the water where the other halfling might be underneath the dock.
I thought I'd killed him. Well, if that's the case, and I see the gun wielding one die, then yeah, I'm gonna go to that spot. I'm gonna try and find this little dude.
Well, same thing. Are you gonna try to get into that tight space or what? All I saw was waves.
I just want to go near it, and then I'll shoot him again.
So you go down, instead of going in between the ships and the dock where you're probably not going to be able to fly because it's only a matter of a few feet, you go down at the edge of the boat and kind of hover down near the water and look under the thing. Make a perception roll to see if you can see him in the darkness under the docks.
I think. There we go. What do we got? All right. Oh, it's gonna take a
Roll
little
20
bit.
might be going slow. I can't see it. Oh,
Yeah, there we
perfect.
go.
Oh, yeah,
It's a
you can
little
spot him. He's literally behind one of the timbers trying to hang on to it and hide. But you've got a clear line of shot if you want to.
Hell yeah, I'm taking that. I've
Oh,
got you
no.
now, you little. And then.
Because you have such a clear line of shot on him, I'll give you advantage on the roll.
Thank goodness. Okay, that's my first roll. And I can't see because it's covered. And perfect.
Roll for damage.
Let's see here. Okay.
3 points
Tree.
of damage. You blast this green light. Ah, and he screams under the thing. And
Is he?
And then you see him start swimming back further underneath to get away from you. He's not dead, sorry.
He's like, leave me alone.
Yeah.
Go away.
He goes further under the docks trying to get away from this flying thing. Dives down under the water, but you saw the direction. He's trying to go back into the shadows and whatnot to get away
Not
from you.
today. I'll kill him. Don't worry.
And then it's Den of Wolves up on the deck. You've killed all your people. Your Birdman is left, and then there's a green flash, and you hear the bzzz, from off the ship. You didn't see it. But
Can I see if there's any? I don't have a kit on me, do I?
did we just skip over Blaze? He needed to make another death save. Didn't we?
Oh, probably.
Yeah,
Yes.
Blaze, make a death save, please. This one you fail, so now you've got one of each.
Mm-mm.
Den of Wolves. Continue.
I was checking if I had a medical kit, which I don't. See if I could do some first aid on Blaze. I'll just call out for what's the name? Anne, right? Like, Anne, do you have I don't know, gauze? What are you
I
doing
don't
with
know.
this?
You didn't teach us this at boot camp.
Right?
Yeah,
Not a medic, damn it.
She replies back, I'm not a medic. And the one that you chose non-lethal damage on, who's wounded, says, I'm a doctor.
Fix yourself.
Do something.
Lion killing.
As he's bleeding out over there, he goes, I need my gear.
I go looking for his gear.
So you step over him and go down into the ship. Down here you see some Everlight lanterns on the wall, magical lanterns that don't use flame because flame on a boat's bad. You can also see what looks to be a gigantic cylinder that appears to have been painted with garish colors of red and yellow laying on the ground, and water is still trickling out of it on the ground. Looking around really quick, you also see hammocks and whatnot, and there's some doors up at the other end of the ship. This appears to be a glorified storage hold with some hammocks put in it for others.
Do I see anything that looks like a first aid kit?
You would have to start making an investigation, which means you're going through things, so that's going to take some minutes of time. Investigation's not a 6-second action. But you can make a perception roll and just see if you notice something. I'll give you a chance. There's always a chance. No, you don't see anything that immediately says, oh, this is gear. What you do notice is
The doctor's black bag.
bedcloths. You could grab some of those to staunch a wound. You know, most
Nice.
med kits are about staunching wounds, so if you want to just grab fabric, that'll work.
Yeah, I'll probably just start doing that.
Great. You grab that and you can use your claws to rip it up and shred and start doing what you can, and then you'll be able to make a base medicine check at disadvantage because you don't actually have the things. So, but you've got enough to try. All right, so you grab that, free action, head back up, shredding as you go, and you're back at Brock, and as your action, since you chose not to use an action to investigate, you may try to make a medicine check on fallen Blaze.
12. 13. I don't know. What is it? 12.
12?
Wow, my computer's going slow. Yeah, 12.
Okay. We will enable Brock to make a death save with advantage on his next death save from what you've done.
Nice.
Because, again, you didn't have all the right stuff, but it does give you something. Anna, what are you doing? You saw him dive beneath, and he's come back up, and now
Right.
he's working on...
I'm gonna go to the fallen enemy, or at least who I perceived was an enemy, and be like, "What do you need to help him?
My medical kit from down below. It's in my...
What's it look like?"
It's a black bag inside of a foot locker underneath the hammock on the port side of the ship.
All right, I go down and get that.
With his directions, does your character know port from starboard? Have you been around ships at all? Yeah, you're an urchin. You've been around the docks. You've heard people talk.
Yeah, there
so
you go. Yeah.
I like that. So yeah, you go down, short work. You know exactly where to look. Foot locker is not even locked and whatnot. So you open it up, and there's a medical bag, doctor's bag.
I grab it and run back up, and I figure the doctor's probably gonna have to take care of himself first.
Mm-hmm. He's bleeding out. So he opens the bag, starts literally, does all this. You see him crack something that starts to glow, and he starts putting some salve on his wounds and whatnot. And very quickly,
sanitary?
The green glue seems to kind of ooze into it, leave it glowing yellow. He goes, "It'll save a life in a pinch. Troll's blood will." He goes,
Ooh.
he goes, "Let me get to my friends." And he starts trying to get up and go to...
No. You do him first.
Make a intimidation roll. You are intimidated enough. He goes over to Blaze and starts administering. Blaze, give me one death save, would you please?
At advantage.
At advantage, yes.
How do I add advantage?
Just roll
Just
it
roll
twice.
it twice.
It's your first roll, and then roll your second one. I'm hoping for a 20.
Woo!
There you go.
You'd be right with that.
Because that one gives him the 2 that he needs, because it's a double. So you actually raise up just as the doctor is kneeling down to start working on you. The Dragonborn is like, and you see this guy over you, probably not threateningly, and but you're back, you're conscious again.
Good work, Doc.
He looks up, he looks over you and then tries scurrying off to see if he can try and save any of his mates that you've killed. Let's see, the one's off the
They're
ship.
not evaporated.
Right.
The other one they got fried to death. And he starts smearing the same yellow that he's already got out and all over his buddy that just got fried by the electric
It's gonna
charge.
be enough, but okay.
And 2 of them are off the ship, right?
Correct. The one got shoved off the ship and is unharmed by Blaze. The other one is under the docks being hunted by the Arakocra. So let's cut over to the Griffin really quick and find out what Griffin's doing.
Cat.
Fantastic. Do I have a line of sight again? Or do I have to move to get it?
You'll have to get under the docks, which means it's going to be tricky. You could dive into the water and swim, or you could just try and fly and throw yourself and torpedo at him, or to get a line of sight.
And
but
on
you're
the
going to have to
docks
get
and
under
be
there.
like, come out.
God. I don't know. I don't consider Griffin a great... I mean, he can swim, but not a great swimmer. He's not like a duck or nothing like that. I've never seen an eagle swim before. Geez. At that point, I think he's just gonna go back to the group to tell them about the one enemy that's left that needs to be killed. But yeah, just gonna go back to the group.
Okay.
And just be like, wow, we killed a lot of them. We still got one more though.
Well, actually, you have more than one because you can see one of them, the former rifleman, trying to wake up his buddy as you land.
Oh, damn. Man.
You also see everyone else standing around.
Yeah, that's...
Not
I'm
Blaze.
also still drunk. Okay. Then Griffin's gonna be like, oh, why aren't
Eldritch
we
Blast!
fighting that one? Eldritch Blast. Boom. I'm guessing that
Something seems amiss here, guy.
Lieutenant
Is
Wolves is
there
like,
a
please.
reason
We've
why
all been charmed.
Is there a reason why we haven't been fighting that one that's clearly helping out the ones we just killed?
Medic.
Okay.
Questionably, there was a miscalculation, like I said earlier.
Miscalculation. I don't care
That's
about
true. I
that.
think you did get to tell him that.
I'm not good at math, okay? But I get it. We didn't kill all of them. There is one under the docks over there.
Yes,
Um,
yes.
Ah.
I almost
Blaze,
got
don't
him there.
forget
That was a
you're
good one.
conscious. Blaze,
What?
don't forget you're conscious for this. You're hearing this.
Oh, okay. So I'm back
I-
up then.
Yeah.
You're on your back, but yeah.
Then Griffin would like to go over to Blaze and like offer a hand and say,
A feather.
took a spill there. Not a very good time to take a nap, but whatever.
Do I realize what took place? The doctor kind of like helped me out.
No, you have no idea. You just
No.
feel like you woke up from got hit too hard. You're damaged.
But you heard me
no.
say good work, Doc.
There you go.
So
You can put together for what you want from that. Yeah.
Okay. Can I decipher if I can do any assistance to heal anybody else?
Well, you do know that
Like, what is-
clearly the doc she's
Self-
referring to is your Tabaxi friend who has these shredded cloths in his hand.
Okay, then I'm gonna use healing word on myself.
Yeah, because the other ones that are down are the gnome that was initially shot dead, or stabbed through the eyeball, sorry. Bled out. The halfling that escaped up top. And then there was the other 4, which, again, you have the dead one that he's working on now. You got the doc, who's the, claims to be the doc.
The one I shoved off the boat.
Yeah, we got, halfling up top, the gnome. And we had the 4 down beneath, of which one went off the deck. There's the rifleman. I'm trying to make
So
sure I
many
count
bodies.
Mostly
Right?
dead people.
mostly dead.
They've encountered the
Most-
players in the
most.
game. At that point, it's like everybody's dead. So it takes a little bit before finally the doc is able to save the one other individual. But all the other ones are dead. And other than the Arakocra talking about somebody off the ship, what do you got? Oh, and Blaze, of course, you shoved somebody off the ship. Maybe that's who the Arakocra is talking about. No, because you saw somebody dive. So there's 2 others in the water. So what are you guys doing?
So
I'd like to find out what the heck happened.
Clearly having the
Perhaps.
upper hand, it doesn't take long. I mean, these guys can't fight you now. I mean, people recognize when they're beaten down and
Outmanned.
dying. It doesn't take long to get the one that Blaze knocked into the water back on the ship. And you find out that this is the crew of the Sea Hag that works for Mars. Bullying them into talking. In fact, they're like, where is Mars? And whatnot.
She
They know
started
you
a
all
bar
by name
fight.
because Mars has talked about you.
She started a bar fight, and that was probably a mistake. That kind of did her in.
She's taking a dirt nap now.
Yeah.
They
Not
look
by
around
our
at their
means.
dead
Myself.
buddy and sure, they believe you totally.
It's true. She started a bar fight, and that's what did her in.
Mm.
Speaking total truth.
Yeah, well, they clearly believe you after coming on board, starting fires, killing their friends. You've made definitely they're more interested in wondering what you're gonna do with them now.
we would have loved to talk to you guys, except your friend was threatened and then shot at us for no reason. So
It was
this is all so
self-defense.
unfortunate.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who are they to say any different? They're
At least you
disarmed.
guys
They've
know
been
better.
killed. Their buddies are killed, so they're not here to argue
Who
with
are we
you.
supposed to kidnap?
We built the pen. It's right over there, built into the deck, just per the specifications.
And who exactly was supposed to be in there?
Nobody knows.
The Emperor's girlfriend? The witch
Oh.
wife? And that's where we'll end it for tonight.
See, I knew you were supposed to woo somebody.
So, after having what was supposed to be a pretty much non-combat game, and attacking all the people who are on your side and killing some of them, we're off to a really good start. We can see the direction for Relics of War, people who've been trained for battle and react with battle first. You know, it's like, this is good.
We just came out of training. We're bloodthirsty.
That's it.
Come
They're not
on.
gonna let us loose on our own anymore.
There goes our liberty.
golly.
I would really love to hear the campfire talk about this. Like, you know, as we like cut forward, it's like, oh man, that went in a totally unexpected direction. Yeah. And
As
again,
usual.
don't forget, as players, you can do that at any time. Sorry that my voice is kind of going for our viewers and our chat. What I should have done was put in one of my voice savers, little black licorice. So for those of you who are DMing and find yourself talking too much, always have a throat lozenge, have something else,
I
something
was
that
to
you
say,
can
not
drink.
everybody likes black licorice.
Always have black licorice. And I'm not talking about Jägermeister. Sometimes you'll try that at the
Jägermeister.
table. Doesn't always work out the way you plan. Much like our players in the game, having Jägermeister and alcohol doesn't always... It makes for an exciting story.
And if you make
Projectile
a
vomit.
cream drink, make sure that the people that are drinking it know that all the alcohol mixture is in a separate container and you need to add cream to it.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't do that to your DM. You know, making your DM drink like 6 to 8 drinks, whether it's Jägermeister at a table because they like black licorice, or just giving them the straight alcohol and letting them fill their glass thinking that it's already diluted.
A mixed drink.
Yeah,
Yep.
yikes.
Might be interesting for all of you as players, but for the DM, you know, it's sad. Just like the NPCs on the ship. Speaking of NPCs on a ship, I want to thank all of our viewers here tonight. I'm thankful that you at least get to go home in one piece, unlike our individuals who were aboard the ship. I have no idea if... I was actually thinking Relics of War might take a different tack than the Cold War and Hell game.
Obviously not.
Had a fun beginning. We didn't get into the bar fight. I was so hopeful. I was like, she didn't tell you to get into a bar fight. She told you to go out of the inn. Get out of there. And you guys did it. And I was like, yes, this is going to happen. And we went to the ship. And I'm like, yes, we're on target. We looked at the list. Yes. I'm like, whoa.
Moving forward.
And then we're invading somebody's ship. And clearly they have like this ambush set and everything. And I'm like, tell you to drop the weapon. We're in their territory. Oh, hell no. We're the stars of this show. That played right in. It's like, oh, yes. No. And you guys went for it. And I got to applaud our Tabaxi tonight, who actually chose not to make some of the killing strikes. Said, oh, no, I let him go. No, I do this. I'm like, this is awesome. I want to applaud Eric for staying in character. I wouldn't know that. Sorry. We're still in combat. Brock for being the first one to go down tonight, Blaze. And for being able to get back up on his own. Sorry,
Yep.
Doc. No, you didn't help me out.
No, it was totally the doc.
And the doc
Take one
and
for the team.
our rogue became a doctor. And for Anna for launching us into combat. The happy wood elf. Half elf, not even a full wood elf.
Nope.
Who launched us into combat when we had a role-playing session. So next week we'll be picking up on this one shot part 2, or maybe part duh, and seeing how our players get out of this. This has been a real blast.
Who are we gonna go raid?
We have to do a raid. Let me go and look.
That's correct.
Samurai Jack was on earlier, so he might be on again.
No,
But let me
doesn't
go
look
take
like
a look.
it. I got a couple of D&D channels under my recommended channels.
No, I got people that I follow here. Let me see. Yeah, we're not raiding Felicia Day. Let's see who we raid.
You know, she's got too many. Or Bob Ross. He's got too many already anyway.
Bob Ross.
Yeah, Bob Ross is on every weekend.
Yeah,
Now.
Bob Ross is fun. Oh, Mad Bird Streams. They need a little love. Let's go over and take a look. Make sure they're actually doing something. I don't want to raid a... Yeah, they are. Let's go raid Mad Bird Streams. I like that. So I'll click onto here.
Woohoo!
Prepare all your little raid icons. Remember that when I actually start the raid, your chat disappears. So what you do is you usually click all your little raid buttons, your tokens, your emoticons, and then you copy them. You know, you hit highlight, copy. That way, as soon as you go into the raid, you can spam their raid with all sorts of emoticons. Share the love. Oh, glasses. That's why I can't read anything. I was like, I can't read this. All right, channel. Creator dashboard. Go down to raid. Raid a channel. Mad. Oh, really? You would do that to me. It's not filling it out. I'm back here. All right, Mad Bird Streams. That's it.
Mad Bird.
There you go. Perfect. Bird.
That's topical.
Right?
That's it. Tell them as soon as you get there, be like, Arakocra in the house. All right, I hit start raid, so I'm assuming I got my countdown here. Yeah, 4, 3. Hey, from all of us here at Plot Points, we invite you to come in, continue to hear the story of our kerfuffle as these veterans get together, veterans in real life, veterans in the game, just having some fun and clearly looking more for combat than for peaceful resolution. You know what? Maybe that's the theme of the game. Maybe it's just who they were at level 1. We'll have to hear that from more of the other individuals. But I will leave you with this parting thought. The DM mentioned a Kenku that was with them in the bar, and they all left the Kenku behind. Oh. That will be showing up in session 2, because I've just been waiting. Combat was so short I couldn't bring him back in. But yeah, we'll find out more about that starting next week. Until then, whatever table you're at, make it your best table possible. Happy gaming, and God bless from all of us here at Plot Points. Have a great night. We're off to raid. Join us. Okay, raiding now. Yep. Spam the raid. Raid.
Stop streaming.
No, I don't want to stop. Oh, yeah.
Your OBS.
Yeah, I hit stop streaming. Thank you.